on YouTube? This is KЛDIK, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make beat battle beats. Now during the time of this recording, I did have a bit of a cold, so please bear with me.
Okay, this is pretty much what the beat looks like. I'll play it. Yeah, that's pretty much the beat. To start off, I used a loop. Juco made this loop. Proud that Juco. Shout out to Juco. Ugly ass boy. But yeah, I used sound effect. It's like a breathy effect. I didn't even put nothing on it. I just used the equalizer. For Juco's loop, I just put EQ on it, stereo imager, and some reverb. And coming into the build up, it's pretty much some sound effects and an 808 feel, drum feel, a reverse kick, which is in almost every beat battle beat. I would say, well, it's in all of my beat battle beats. Reverse kick. I just put a volume automation on it. Left click, automate volume, and it does wonders for the kick. It's really good. Coming into the vocal is, I think this is Cassidy.
I'm the king.
Yeah, I just doubled it, made this one unique, pan one to the left, one to the right, turned the pitch up, turned the pitch down so it equaled 1200 cents. So if this one is 800, this one has to be 400. And I just shifted one, I nudged one back a little bit, and it created like a stereo effect. I'll see if I can play it for you.
I'm the king.
Yeah, it's a pretty good effect. What did I put on it? Yep, just EQ, took low end out, reverb just a little bit, and a delay, which is pretty much on a lot of my sounds in this beat. Everything that has delay, reverb, or just cutting out the bass in most of the sounds. I leave the 808s and kicks and stuff that is meant to have the bass. I just leave that stuff alone. The 808. It's just an 808 feel. Just some really aggressive slides, and I use the pitch down to give it this crazy sound. And I used the drum fill. I just chopped it up. Yeah, coming into the drop. Got the kick. Open hat. A vocal. It's got some delay on it. 808. down effect. I got some crazy octave slides in here. All this is just a way of trying to make the 808 sound more, I don't want to say human, but just not let it sound robotic and just like a little panning. That's really good for beat battle beats when you're taking stuff off of the grid, you're panning stuff, you're giving some things like reverb, delay. It just makes the beat sound like, it makes it mesh really well together. It sounds really good as a whole. Let's see. The loop. I added a hi-hat loop. I didn't let the whole thing play out. I just chopped it up and added pieces that I wanted to go inside of the beat. I took some low end out, took some high end out because it was a little too crispy. Crash. Just threw some reverb and a stereo shaper on it. I think it's the stereoized 3. Yep, that's the preset. Snare. I just decreased the length. The main hi-hat. And vocals. Got a little accent snare. I just put it in the beat like every once in a while. Like it's here. Just to give it some flair. Coming on over to this part. I label this space because a lot of the times in my beats I like to take a lot of elements out and just let certain things play. And that's also my transition as well sometimes. Like I'm not like really beat battle heavy. Well, yeah, I guess you could say I am, but I don't do like the crazy like effects. Sometimes silence is good. Just a little silence is good. Like yeah, silence is an instrument too. Coming into the second part, I used the drum fill. Nothing on it, just turned it down. A vocal, just put some delay, reverb, equalized a little bit. Sorry for the barking. I got a reverse kick coming into a regular kick. I added a vocal to hit with the kick. I do that a lot. Like I might add like a vocal to hit with the kick or a crash to hit with the kick, and then when you play it all together, it sounds like it hits like really good. Just little small things to make the beat stand out. Like it's just a lot of small things that I did in this beat to really get it to stand out. Nothing really major except for the 808, but that's how all my beat battle beats are. The 808s are just really, really, really grungy and just heavy. Just a lot of saturation or distortion on it. I like those types of 808s for my beats. And I think I already talked about the keys. Like a really good key is to like slide certain things off the grid, you know, like try and imitate as if it was a real person doing a kick on a kick drum, or a person on a snare using the snare drum and stuff like that. And it just adds a lot of flair. It just adds a lot of swing to the beat. A lot of swing to the beat. And I even slid the 808s off the grid. Yep, I even slid the 808s off the grid a little bit because I really like I still sidechain my kick to the 808 and the sample. I just like sliding the 808s back as well because the sidechain I don't know, like I like the sound with the regular sidechain, also with the 808s and stuff slid back a little bit. I also got the vocal. I got Vox coming through here. I didn't EQ it. I just turned it down in the mix. Some more Vox. I just chopped it up here. Doubled it. And this vocal loop.
Ain't number two to fruity. Get on the floor if you got that.
I put an equalizer on it. Got wider. I used about 82% of it. I got an automation for I got a panning on it. It's Pancake. Both of these plugins are free, by the way. Another vocal. As you can tell, like this is really like sound effect heavy. Really sound effect heavy. Snares. I just took a lot of the tail off to give it like a different type of sound. So it actually sounds like that compared to the regular snare. And yeah, zap sound. This is the 808 for the second part. It's just a lot of aggressive sliding. A lot. I didn't pan anything. It's just the velocity. The velocity really makes the 808 stand out in beat battle beats when you can control the velocity. I slid the 808s back. I did another 808 fill. This is what it sounds like. But I just put the whole beat in this reverb, this room effect, and I used Valhalla Vintage Verb for it. I just turned the mix all the way up, turned the decay down as low as possible. I turned the size down, and I turned the low cut of the EQ up. Normally it's at 10 hertz, but I just turned it up to like 200 hertz, 250, something like that. And I turned the high cut up so you can hear more of the higher frequencies, like the hi-hats and the crisp of the snare, like stuff like that. And I just automated it so it came in only at this break part. And I added some delay to the 808. So this little pause here, the delay was gonna play. And I just used an effect to keep the beat moving, to keep momentum going. With the reverse kick. Just going from a heavy room effect to just straight dry, like it's a really good effect. It's a really good trick that I use. More vocals. guess this would be another pause, another space right here, but I didn't put it here because I still had stuff going on like a drum fill. I don't think I did anything to it, I just turned it down. I got this funny effect right here. I think this came from a YouTuber. I just added some EQ on it, automation on it, reverb, some delay, just to give it more space. You know, and it sounds like Luke Kane, so the effect of him saying whatever he's saying with the reverse kick and the drum fill just puts a lot of craziness into the beat. And that's pretty much it. Just took some more stuff out for the outro. But the most intricate part about this beat is probably the 808, for sure. Like I'll try my best to. I focus more on my 808s than anything. And with the 808, it's really just the boost of the mid. Any distorted 808 that I use, I always distort the mid. It just depends on what type of 808 it is, and I'll boost the lows or something like that. And I always try to keep my 808 to hit at -9. I try. All the sliding and the panning and stuff, I don't worry about that because it's gonna go back down to -9. And my kicks, like I clip them like super hard. And it sounds like good clipping to me. Like I like it. There are no rules, so I like how this project sounds as a whole. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did make sure that I sidechained the kick to the 808 and the sample. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't the sample, just the 808. That definitely gave the kick more room to breathe. That's why it really sounds like really like forced, like really in front. And the fact that I slid a lot of elements back, the kick is hitting first a lot of the times anyway, instead of on top, like it's hitting first a lot of the times. That's pretty much it. I know this is a messy, probably a messy video, but I really hope you guys like learn something, like just to see the process of like, it doesn't have to be crazy. Like my mix isn't crazy at all. It's just regular plugins, reverb, delay, no crazy automations. I just chose a good time to use certain things, and that's pretty much it. Just the levels, like the levels aren't even that crazy. It's pretty much it.